Good morning. Good morning to you all, guys, my fellow traders. So the new week started, and I really hope that it will be good for all of us, and we'll make lots of money during this week. Okay, so what I want to start with is to talk about not really a market, because we do still have some time. Before the market actually opens. I mean, it's already opened, and it's. I'm sure that some of you are already on some trades, in some trades, but the thing is that, well, for me personally, I do prefer to trade after the first hour of London session has already closed, and I can see where the market in general will move today. So basically, I've been posting my analysis on Sunday on TradingView, and that's why actually my page on TradingView is open at the moment. So I want to talk a little bit about the questions I've been asked. So first of all, well, I'm always placing the lines and the arrows where the market will possibly move. So people most of the time, and traders, I mean, who are trying to understand what I actually did, they, first of all, they think, why do I have so many kind of moving averages on the market? So basically, this is just something what gives me an idea sometimes, very rarely. So it's just, if you know, if well, for example, I just woke up, I'm looking at the market, and sometimes if the picture is not clear at all, it's not often, believe me, it's like once a week probably or something like this, yeah. And I can see that, well, yes, at least some of the moving average is showing a possible kind of correction or something like this. So what I want actually to tell you is that how do I use these lines? Because, well, I've been told that one guy wrote me, well, I still don't understand how can you draw the possible kind of scenario without any support. Well, basically, if you knew how much analysis I do make and you just don't see it, you'll be surprised, you know. So basically, the thing, well, I do watch these levels. I do count them, first of all, by myself. Then I watch, well, 1 monthly chart, weekly chart, daily chart. I do watch the price direction. I do watch the price action, trend direction. It's different things, you know. I know that some people, they do think that trend direction and price direction is actually the same thing. Well, it's not really. Yeah, so basically the trend direction on, let's say, 1 month chart will exist of different trend directions of, let's say, 4-hour chart. Well, something like this. I mean, some of you will be confused by me saying that, but some of you will not. And what it is, the price, well, what I do with the price, well, when it goes up, I'm trying to catch a best move to sell it. When it goes down, I'm trying to take a best kind of point to buy it. So that's actually the best what I can kind of share with you. So I'm giving you the lines where the price is most likely will be bounced. And all this analysis, you don't have to do it basically, because I'm sharing with you. Well, although I'm a full-time trader and I do trade for living, and it doesn't really mean that I will never be mistaken. So, I mean, I do mistakes. I do use stop losses, and they are triggered sometimes, you know, so it doesn't mean that I'm always right. But that's basically what I'm sharing with you is something what I have already done lots of work around, you know, so it's like, You know, and when I hear these such things that, well, I still cannot understand how can you draw something without any support. Well, believe me, sorry about it. I do have lots of support there. Sorry. All right. Now, what I do want to tell you about the lines I'm posting here on the chart, and the lines, not the lines, but the actual option levels. Oh, come on. Sorry about it. Telling the truth. So basically what I do have here on the chart is actually, oh, come on, what's happening with me? Yeah, so basically this is the sorry about it. Sometimes happens. All right, so these are the session levels. So these are not the same as how can I say, option levels I post in my text, basically. Well, always read my text. This is crazy. Oh, believe me. All right, so always read my text. This is something you must do, because there is lots of very oh, that's crazy, valuable information so in the text. So, and I do have the option levels there, and they are not the same as what I've drawn here. So, because well, if I draw everything, then I won't be able to post that much to you. Yeah. So if I will draw everything on the chart, then I will be able to share just one idea a day with you, you know. So that's why I've decided to kind of just leave it in the text for you to learn from it. And to apply it to your analysis. So basically what it is, when you have your own analysis and you think that you're looking for a, let's say, reversal, I'm giving you the lines that are available. Yeah, I'll have to delete it. All right, so yeah, it's funny. All right, so basically what it is, I'm sharing with you these lines to help you to enter the market during the current this is impossible. Okay, so I'm sharing with you these session lines just to give you an idea where the entries are possible. And what they do show you that, for example, the lowest line is the lowest support, and the highest line is the highest resistance. So for example, if you're trying to sell it, so you can watch the price action around any of these lines towards the main resistance. When the resistance is broken, it means that the price will possibly go up. And that's when actually for the current session, only for the current session. So these lines are very valuable for intraday traders. Believe me, I'm intraday trader mostly. Well, I do have some trades that lasts for days, but not for weeks. I don't like, especially with this situation as it is at the moment, I don't like to leave it over the weekend at all. Okay, so for example, now I have been asked, does it mean that you are waiting till this level? I don't really remember which level it was. I think it was 0.746 because the lines were different during the Saturday when I've shared the option levels with you. So, and I've been told, do you mean that the price will continue its down movement to this level before it will continue its up movement to 7.8? Well, basically, the only thing I mean at the moment is that in case if the price will bounce of these one of these levels, I mean the resistance levels, because I'm waiting for a down movement, then my first target, or of course I will trail the position, I will manage it, I will kind of use several orders, to manage it correctly, to make sure that even if my stop loss will be triggered, it won't kind of disturb me at all. I mean, disturb my trading for the day or for the week, so it will be just a small loss that I will cover with the next trade, So what I mean by that is that this is a first target that is possibly going to be reached even during the first session. So as you can see here, for example, well, you can measure this range here between resistance and support. It will be roughly the same as it was here. And it's 4-hour chart, of course. Yes, so it's just 8 hours it took to show it for us. So it's basically around one session, a bit more than that. What I mean by trading session is that, for example, now the London session, that's something what I trade. Then the London is closed. And then only after that, I'm looking for the rest of the American session levels, so that will help me possibly to enter the market and leave the position overnight. So for the Asian session, then again, when the American session is closed, then I'm looking for the Asian session levels. So at the moment, what you see here are the Asian session levels. So the Asian session is almost finished. So we are possibly going to reach something, possibly not. It's Monday, so it's not sure that something is going to happen here. But we'll see. It might be a very good bounce here because, well, that's what I expect. If we'll switch to 15-minute chart, you'll see that the price is actually around this level here. And this level is not structural based, so it's been counted mathematically. So that's what I like about them. So that's something what makes them a bit more kind of clear and valuable than just simply Fibonacci numbers and levels or something like this. So that's something I prefer to use, and I share it with you. Okay, so for example, we are possibly going to be bounce off this level, and our next target, very first one, will be at 0.75376. Yes, and the stop loss just above this level. If the price will break through it, then the price will reach this level here. So no matter if I'm waiting for a selling opportunities here, if you want, you might probably use it as a breakout. I mean, it all depends on your trading strategy as well. So my approach is my approach, so it's not something what I want to make you doing, it's just what I trade and how I make money. So for you guys, it's probably a bit different story, and you'll probably enjoy something else. So that's what it is. So that's about the lines I have here and about the levels. Okay, now I want to talk to you about the direction. So why shall the price go in one direction, and why shall it then return to another direction? Okay, guys, I have to leave you for a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right, so now I want to talk to you about direction. Why shall the price move in one direction to move it in another? Or this is something what will help you to understand all these fluctuations on the market. Actually, no matter what kind of time frame it is, it does work in the same way. Basically, that's something what you can use and apply to any time frame, let's say, and you can easily use it. All right, guys, so what I mean by that, what all my words actually mean. So why did the price go down? Why did it break through this level here? And what it might possibly going to do from here? And how? Again. So, uh, well, look, it's always been some kind of challenge to find something what really works on the chart. So basically, what it is, what I'm trying to tell you is that the market is actually going from one kind of area where lots of liquidity is to another area where lots of liquidity is. So what I mean by that? So why? Uh, well, all the levels, all the turning points, they must have some value in it. But what kind of value? It's not like, well, it's, like in Fibonacci, 61.8% is very valuable area because it's a very strong level. But why? What makes this level strong? Well, basically, when you're talking about percents, I mean, like Fibonacci percents, nothing. Well, actually, nothing. Well, when you're talking about structure, then yes, there is something around it. So basically, what's happening? Why do we have all these bounces, false breakouts, and sometimes the price, when it break through the area, it just rapidly runs in the direction it's broken, so why it does happen? And why we kind of almost always we have like a first target, second target, and third target, and all of these things. So basically, um, if you know the Elliott wave analysis, and if you kind of know how to implement it, then probably you already understood how the market works. So basically, some people who do apply this analysis, they don't really get the main idea. So I mean, I know some traders who have been using this type of analysis for years now, so like 8 years, for example, and they are very good at I don't know, counting the waves, etc. But they don't really understand why it happens by, in this way, why the price is going up, why it shall go down, etc. They just basically learn the patterns and that's it. But it is a bit harder, to understand what's basically happening, and to predict something what might will happen, so what it is, for example, if we have a ranging market, so for example, let's see at this chart here. So I will kind of show this is a ranging market. Will the price is going a bit further up basically. So, well, for example, we didn't know that the price will go up from here, and we didn't know that it will bounce off here. Look, what we do have here the previous, let's say, support and resistance levels. I'll try to kind of tell it to you in a quick way. I haven't prepared for this, so it's just expromptum, so I'm trying to just tell you something important, that's it, that you can imply today, basically, to your trading. So let's draw the first line here. I'll have to paint them with another color that I can remove them later on. All right, so the first line here, this is a high of this level, and we have the most recent low of this here, this low. So where the price is going now? The price is going down. Where it goes? It goes down to this low here, because those of you guys who, not you exactly, but I mean some of the traders, they have already bought something here, and for some of them the first target was around this area. Some of you guys want to buy a breakout here, possibly, not sure, but it is possible. So we do have orders here, take profit orders, buy stop orders, sell stop orders, everything, in this area. The same stuff here. So we don't know where we have more, what will win, and what are the interests of other participants on the market. So where the price will actually go up or down, etc. So we do have basically two structural levels. Let's see where the market will go. Well, of course, we all know this history. I mean, it's you can tell me that it's very easy to show something on the history, but the main principle of how it works, well, it must be understood firstly before you trade, before you start your trading. Okay, the price is going down here. It has already triggered this level here. So those of you who are trying to buy, they are probably, because it's a 15-minute chart, so it's intraday trading, they do have a limit order, let's say like 5 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips. Don't think that much more than that. So the price is going further down. So it has triggered this level. Possibly some of the stop losses that has been just below this level here, they've been triggered. Why? Just with this level. So, and some of you probably wanted to sell it already. I want to sell it as well. But that was not the best place to sell it. So what has happened here? The price did actually trigger all the let's say, orders around this area. I already told you what kind of orders might be here. So it has already triggered it. And now it does go up. Where it goes? It goes to trigger all the same orders around this area. Okay, it did go a bit further up here. Let's draw another line. It did go here. Let's have a look in history. Where did it go, actually? Might be not very kind of close to the chart. Let me draw 1 hour. 1 hour is not enough. 4 hours. Yes. Open and closing price. You see here. So what did we have here? So on 4-hour chart, we did have a very open and closing price, and this is some kind of levels. If we'll switch to line chart, you'll see. You see, tick to tick, I would say. All right. So what I'm trying to say to you. So the price is always going from one place where, let's put it in simple words, so one place where lots of orders are, to another place where lots of orders are. So that's how the market moves. That's why the price, if it goes in one direction, that's why it has to reach a certain direction, certain level, before it will go up or it will go down. All right, so this is something I wanted to tell you about targets, basically. So that's what we have to think about. Then, for example, if the market is on a, let's call it a fresh area, so the market has never been there yet. So then what we use? Then what kind of, let's say, correction waves we are basically using or something? Again, I want you to kind of forget about all these myths. I mean, like, not the myths. It's a wrong word, actually. So what I'm trying to say, forget about all these, these things like feeble levels, etc. I mean, I will tell you, well, when I finish with this kind of what I'm telling at the moment, I will continue with fibers, and I will tell you the right way to understand them, what it is actually, why you can use them, and you can use them profitably, but you must understand what it is, So first of all right, so, okay. So that's how the market moves from one point to another point. So that's why the market has to clear one of these levels, 1, 2, 3, before it will go up. It has already cleared this one. We are below this level here, but those of you who are kind of using a smaller time frame and classics in technical analysis, they do see here a triangle, and these kind of triangles can be broken upwards as well. So the target will be here, 76360, the first one. The second one will be just above these levels here. So it might be like a week towards here, and then it will go down, will continue its down, might be something like this. So that's why the price have to go in one direction to go in another direction. So okay, just a very quick finish with this one. Let me switch to 1-hour chart. So that's why the price has to continue its down movement towards one of these levels, and before it will continue its up movement, or the possibility is that the price will continue its down movement. So as you know, even if you are Elliott wave specialist, this is possibly the only thing which can allow you to measure the market, kind of to predict the market for a quite, let's say, long future, or I don't know how to explain it. So something you can use and you know, for a long perspective, you know. So that's what it is. What's I'm a swing trader, so for me is catching a swing is most important than counting the wave or understanding what kind of wave it is, you know. So that's basically something what I always look for. All right. Okay, so um, that's why the price will possibly continue its down movement towards here. It's quite a strong, as you can see, level around this area. We did have a gap here. It was closed. That was basically a good signal for buy, good buying signal here when, you know, when the gaps are closing. But again, that's what was happening here. So when the gap was closed here, everyone has started to buy it. Someone has waited for a, let's say, small correction or something like this, but everyone was buying it. Where did they have all their stop losses? Some of them just below here, some of them just below this area here, some of the traders just below here, some below this one. So those who had this huge stop loss, well, they didn't lose, but they didn't make enough. I mean, to compare this, let's say, risk reward ratio, so they did have like 136 pips stop loss and a potential target in case if they 166, let's say. Yeah, so it's something, well, I wouldn't do it. So that's something what I don't like. All right. So that's what basically the price did. So the price did go to the, when it already, first it was the signal. So the signal was that, yes, the market is going to go up because the gap was filled. Well, I'm not going into details what was before that, etc. You know, and but for example, here we can see some people tried to use it, and then they've started to place all their stop losses, and the other participants thought that they actually can use it, you know. So, and that's what basically happened. So that's why the market started to do these kind of moves, you know. So each of these level has some sort of support, you know. This is the word I like. All right, so each of this level has a support. And what it is, if the level doesn't have any support, it means it's just a noise. So just ignore it. So you always have to watch what the price is doing actually. Yes, as you can see, I'm not talking about indicators. I'm talking about understanding where the volume is, and because volume is very important. And I'm trying to tell you how to understand the price action, why the price is doing these kind of things, you know, on the market. Why do you see all these patterns? Why do you see double tops, double bottoms, you know? I'm sure that you're starting to understand it all, you know. All right, guys, so that's basically what it is about direction. Then I wanted to tell you about Fibos. So again, what is Fibonacci? So Fibonacci, yes, it's percents, you know, the Italian mathematician, etc. So let me show you something. All right. Let's draw a Fibo level. Let me switch to 15-minute chart. From here, which is top, and to the bottom, to the most recent top, most recent bottom. Okay, so we're drawing Fibonacci from here to here. Okay, so now we do have this level 0.50. Yes? Is it important level? Is it supported or not at the moment? Yes, this one is supported because we can see a trough around this area. You see, just at 0.5. How it works, I don't know. But Fibonacci, I mean, if you will understand it correctly, then yes, it might work. So, okay, well, basically, as we can see in the history, any single level has been supported here. So even this level has been supported, but the price has opened with a gap on another level, so which is 38.2. You see, and it has already been supported by the price action on Friday. You see, so what is possibly going to happen? The price will trigger these highs here, and it will be 38.2. You see, but another thing is that this price is very close to 0.76096, which is actually already in around the area of 50% here. You see, so the possibility is that in case if the price will open kind of will close higher than this level of 38.2%, then it will continue its up movement to 50%. I don't think in this case it will continue its movement to 61.8%, but it can be possible as well. As you can see, first of all, we do have this Asian session line here, but it also can kind of destroy all the views on the market, and those of you who, not those of you, but those who are trying to sell it, well, we did see this impulse move on Friday, and it does tell us that the price will continue its down movement. So what we see now here, the price is kind of collecting the volume at the moment. Not enough volume for a price to move. That's what it is. Collecting orders, in other words. All right, so first is like when you are using Fibos, please check if these levels of Fibo has been actually supported by the price action in the past. So if it was supported by the most recent price action in the past, so if it was, then it will work. If not, then possibly not. Okay, so that's about how to imply them. But what it is in main, and why this level, for example, kind of 61.8 is a deep kind of deep pullback, but when the price is breaking through 0.78.6, sorry, 78.6%, then it's kind of most likely like a trend reversal. So the thing is simple, and it's simple to understand. Let me move it from here to somewhere here just to clear. Yes, so this is something, what I call it, well, I used a term in like a rope theory, but I guess it's a wrong one to use this one. So so what I prefer to kind of to use is slingshot. So when you're pulling slingshot, the further you pull it, then the far it will go. So let's say 20, you start to pull it, you're pulling it, 23.6, 38.2, 50, 61.80, 78.6. And what is happening with slingshot? It's bam, and that's it. It doesn't go anywhere. And it just continues to go where it goes. And that's it. Well, not with the slingshot, but with the market, that's what's actually happening. So just remember, slingshot. That's why the further it goes, the more important levels are. And if it will go too much further, then it means that it's a trend. Well, it wasn't a correction we've been kind of trying to participate in. It was actually a trend direction change. So that's what it was. So that's how you must understand the, let's say, Fibonacci analysis. And that's something what, well, you can apply, but if you see that the person is too much on Fibonacci, it means that, well, it might work, of course, but well, it's not as good as it can be. I mean, so always apply price action analysis to your Fibo analysis as well. But basically, if you're good in price action, you don't really need Fibos. So I mean, it's like something what is not needed at all. All right, guys. So and that's about it. That's about what I wanted to tell you regarding the Fibos. All right, and let's have a look at what has happened. Well, you can just check all my analysis that has been on TradingView. And also, I will just tell you what is possibly going to change or not on my major pairs I trade. I've actually added 2. So now I trade 10 instruments, not 8. Well, of course, I do trade more than that, but most of the time that's something what I start my day with, at least. All right, so with Aussie, nothing has changed, so my analysis is the same. Euro pound, the same. Yes, I'm trying to buy it. We'll try to wait till this level will be reached, 0.83157. I think, as you can see, the price has already kind of bounced off this level here, and it will possibly continue its down movement to clear this low here. And well, as you can see, it's respected here as well. So the price will kind of continue its up movement. Well, possibly. I might be wrong as well. All right, euro dollar. Do want to sell it. As you can see, the price has already... Well, what I don't like in this pattern here, well, I guess that all of you can see what it is. It's head and shoulders, and something like this can happen. So the price will kind of break through this, let's say, neck. Yeah, and it will continue its up movement towards this level, 11029. And as you can see, this level is about equal to this head, you know, distance. So that's what it is. And that's how we basically are using our head and shoulders patterns. So, well, I'm not in rush into trading all the time. So, well, you won't be able to kind of catch all the moves. So you must kind of create your approach and trade it strictly, you know, without listening to anyone. Just trade your own approach, trade your whatever it will be, Elliott wave, lines, levels, price action, whatever, you know, trend lines. Or something like this. Yes, so just trade your approach that works for you, not for someone else, but for you, you know, because you basically, when your pocket is empty, it doesn't actually help when someone is right or someone is wrong. So that's very important, all right, to understand. All right, pound, cable. Want to sell it, the price possibly will continue its up movement till this level, 1.33311. Okay, so New Zealand, Kiwi. All right, the price is going. Oh, I've decided to add some, let's say, clarification to my analysis here. So I will be more specific with the targets, you know, and with the possible price movements as well. So when I will post my analysis on TradingView, it will be a bit more interesting. All right, guys. So a bit easier to understand, because I do understand all these questions, and well, I just don't want you guys to have them, so it's just better to make it a bit easier to understand. All right, guys, let's go further. Okay. Okay, New Zealand want to sell. It does look like this level will be reached. If this one will be reached, the gap will be closed. I guess that this level, they're so close to each other, will be reached also. So in other words, wait till the gap will be filled. No, it was filled already. Sorry, my mistake. I mean, yeah, so there is an approach to draw a gap kind of support resistance area. So that's the gap. That's a possible resistance area. And of course, it's, well, so close here that the price is possibly going to kind of collect some orders around this area as well. Might be not. As you can see, well, with these tails at the beginning of today, the price has already collected the stop losses of Friday, so that's what's happening basically. Okay, let's go further. It's CAD. I want to buy it. Well, I know that I've already posted the analysis that the price will possibly continue its down movement, but the thing is that we are in a down move of like a longer term time frame, but for me personally, I don't want to kind of sell it at the moment. So to sell it, I will wait for a major break, and to buy it, I will wait till the lines and levels will be reached. I mean, meaningful levels, and so I'll try to buy it from there. All right. So Frankie want to buy it, as you can see, with all these arrows. Mistakenly didn't do it on Friday. Oh my God, it was not good actually. All right. So what I want to do, I'm expecting it to reach this level first. So it's 0.98184, possibly even below this. Well, 0.98121. All right, so somewhere around here, the price will drop before it will continue its up movement. Well, with a high possibility. Okay, let's go further. It's yen. Price is going down, as you can see at the moment. Well, we do have some sort of a correctional kind of signals here, so the price will continue its up movement towards 105.746 before it will continue its down movement, but again, might be wrong. Okay. Right, Mexican already is going down. I want to wait till London will be opened, and then I'll see a price action. So it will possibly be a good kind of possibility to sell it of this level, or probably go a bit further to this one, 18.6865. So possibly selling off 18.52411 will be a good idea. All right. Okay. Gold, the last one for now. Well, nothing has changed, the same. So rising lows, I guess that they must be triggered before the price will continue its up movement, if it will. So wait till this 1322. I will wait personally till 1316.60. I'm not afraid if I will lose this trade, but I really want to be in it. All right. So that's about it. About market, about trading. For now, I will give you some other ideas later on as well. So, and I'll see you again in it will be like 3 hours from now. So it was quite a long one. All right, guys, it was a pleasure to be here and have you all here as well. All right, guys, bye bye.